Hey guys, this is Dr. Anime back, and I'm here with my new camera. I haven't been posting as much because I was waiting for my new gear to come here. I got my new computer over there, and I'm going to be talking about other anime series that I enjoy. I don't know why I wasn't covering this before, because I actively read it every week. So, might as well start now, right? So I'm going to start with, not this week, but last week. Chapter of My Hero Academia. So we all got a surprise. Like, I'm over here reading the very last part. I'm like, oh crap, that Jeanist is about to get it. And then I kind of thought like it was gonna be Deku who came and used his black whip in some type of way, but Miro, where'd you come from? That's what Deku even said in this. Like, how are you here? So we get a flashback that answered pretty much what all of us have been predicting. Eri reverse him back to a state to where he had his powers. And we see that through the flashback of him asking her, "Can you use your powers on me?" After witnessing her gain control of how to use her powers through using it on insects and lizards. I thought she was going to use it like on fish or something like that too. I think she did at one point. I could be wrong. But hey, he's back. He's someone that I've read a lot, like a good amount of people put above Deku. Like they were like he should be the main character. Like he's closer to being a true successor of All Might, which is something that we actually see in the series itself, where Deku himself wanted to give the power to Miro. So even Deku himself puts Miro like you're more worthy than me kind of thing. But I think he's also it's also like a obstacle that he himself have to overcome. Deku has to see like, okay, I see how Miro is. I know how I want to be. I know I want to be like All Might, but I also have to be my own hero. So I think that's just going to help push him further to want to be even a better hero. So we might see that happen. Well, we already see some of it happen here and there, but he's really pushing himself in the current arc right now, trying to do the most he can to stop the villains. Because if he doesn't, then like if they don't stop the villains here and now, then it could cause more destruction later on. Which is why we see what Hawk did, and we see what other heroes are trying to do, which is, well, Hawk did it to the most extreme. I'm not gonna lie there. But we have seen Endeavor set a Nomu head on fire, which looked like it killed it. So we've seen Endeavor do that before, like a season or two ago. So it's not like it's something new. It's just that that was more seen as a creature, I guess, instead of a human, even though it's made from a human. But I mean, we didn't really get backlash off that, but then we're supposed to get backlash of Twice dying. Now, he is someone that we know more about, and we have a more view of his past and what caused him to be the way he is. So there's more connection there than it is with a Nomu, which is a mindless creature. But it's still a living creature that was created from a person. That's something that we can't overlook. Now, going back to the chapter, we have Bakugo, Nejire, Miro, and Tenya all jumping into action to fight off the Nomus who were targeting Best Jeanist, who is still holding down Magenta. I call it Magenta. That's not his name. Machina. I'm sorry. Machia? Machia. I said machine. Machina. Machia. I said Magenta. What? I'm over here. That's from The Flash. Like, what am I thinking? Anyways. Yeah, because I want to talk about a lot of things. I might talk about the Flash, but it's on breaker. Because I do have certain things I want to talk about that happen in the Flash, but that's gonna be a separate video if I do it. I don't know. I don't know but let's get back to this. So we have Bakugo tell Beth Jeanist, who was his the first person who pretty much he went to as a student to work under for, what was it? Dang it. It wasn't for the provisional license. It was before that. Work study. It was a work study. So he he used to say all these names like King, Lord, Explosion, and all that for his name. But he's like, my hero name is God, Explosive, Destruction. Like what? Dynamite. And at the end is might, like all might, instead of like dynamite, like it would be spelled different. So, and I'm like, okay, like I thought it was gonna be something like epic and more like mature wise. Like I thought he was gonna actually have an actual hero name that was like something inspiring or something like that. But he comes off with this, and I'm like, come on, Bakugo. I expected more from you. He had like one of the most character growth of the students of class 1A. His is probably his and Shoto both had like probably the most current, like so far, at least in the last 2 arcs, because we see where they started from and where they're at now. Deku, his personality didn't really have to like improve and change as much. He already had the qualities of being a hero, which is what made All Might pick him. It's just that he had to get more experience, and he had to learn more in certain aspects of being a hero. But he didn't really need to grow as a character as much as Bakugo and Shoto had to, and Lita had to as well, but not as much as Bakugo, because he had the ability, but he didn't have the personality of a hero, which is why the villain stuff, that they could turn him into a villain. So there's that. And then let's see, we have Dabi slash Touya, yeah. He is still fighting with Shoto, and he's more mocking the shock state of Endeavor as he's fighting Shoto, saying like he's not doing nothing. He's gonna watch as you suffer and be killed, and pretty much trying to see, that's a whole nother thing. I'm just gonna call him Dabi because that's what he consider he goes by himself. So dang, like we have to see what made Dabi go, like lose it, like what made him go from Touya to Dabi. Like he does give his backstory like chapter 2 chapters ago, but we don't actually see like the actual thing that caused him to change. Because it seemed like Endeavor was like chose to put his hope into him, like even though he didn't have like the half ice, half hot power, firepower, he still knew that he was like he seen that Touya was very powerful and strong and had like the settings to be a hero that surpassed him. So it seemed like Endeavor was treating him like how he would like to treat Shoto, but we don't know for sure because he's over here bad mouthing Endeavor, saying, "Oh, he pushed me and forced me to do this," just like how Shoto used to view Endeavor when he was younger. But but he also knew things that happened after he should have already been out of the picture. That's why I want to know how he knows some more of this information. Like he should have been, shouldn't he have been dead long before Shoto was even born then? Because I think Shoto would have been born after the fact that Touya, died. So, how does he even know much about him? That's what I want to know. Like, was he... I guess he still would have known where they lived. Because I don't think they moved or nothing. That was still the same house. So, yeah, that had to have been it. They didn't move until recently. Endeavor got them a separate place after, like, recently, and then he stayed there. So that means Dabi could have been, like, going over there to spy on them and such. That makes more sense now. Alright then, so as he's doing that and he's burning Shoto, like he's grabbing onto Shoto and burning him, Deku comes and uses Black Whip to try to like separate them, and then he even uses a Frobby style. this just like brings me back to like Naruto, like just taking someone else's style and like copying it, like how Sasuke did with Rock Lee, and then Naruto did it after Sasuke. But he shoots Black Whip out of his mouth to try to attack Dabi, and Dabi uses fire, of course, to like blast it outwards to prevent it from attacking him. And we have Deku giving some words saying, "I'm here to help my friend Shoto, who is hurting." Also, Endeavor is not that terrible. He is someone who is trying to be better than he was before, to be a better father and a better hero. So we have Deku saying these encouraging words, which made Endeavor kind of like snap out a little bit out of his shock. Cause he was like, "Deku, like, I'm over here to help my teacher, who helped me get stronger," kind of thing. And Best Jeanist is struggling to hold Mashiya. He's yeah, he was still struggling, and Mashiya starts to break free from his restraints, but Endeavor shoots straight up, like up Machina's like front side, and I don't know if he burned him as he shot up. He might have though, cause it looked like he was going up to like attack his face, but I think he burned him as he was like going up, and Machina was like thinking to himself like he started to feel numb, and that his strength began to drop, which is something that happened thanks to the anesthetic that Momo created, and that the various Class 1A and Class B, I believe, all came together to try to throw into Mashia's mouth. So that's where this chapter ends, where he is over here losing his strength and starting to like fall down, which allows Best Jeanist to better restrain him. So seeing that makes me think that it's I don't. When I was reading that, my mind was like, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. I feel like somehow, some way that they're gonna escape. Like maybe Dabi was gonna burn off the the restraints off him, and he was gonna still have enough energy to like try to leave. And then all the other heroes, even though they want to go after them, most of them are already injured, so not many of them can really do anything. Only like the students really have more energy to do something, but even then they can't really do anything because they're not strong enough to yet. I mean, they could do stuff, but like they're not strong enough to do much right now, because Momo, who is probably the most useful of the class, where the other class students are at, she can't do anything right now until she replenish her stamina and lipids, which is what she used to make her creations. So without her, I don't really see any of the other student heroes being able to do anything to stop him, even though he's weakened. Maybe if they had the students from the other schools that we saw at the professional license quiz test exam, because there's that one guy who could make who could shoot out vibrations into the ground and cause an earthquake kind of thing to like open it up. Like if they had him, that might help to try to trap him. But then again, Machina could dig. So I mean, I already read the other chapters. I already know, but like I'm trying to like stay in the mindset of like after I read this. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see in the next video. Catch you guys next time. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this episode and this chapter in this video. Thanks.